Have you not accomplished as much as you wanted to this year? Well, listen, maybe you fall into one of these 5, or maybe into several of these archetypes, and let me help you by explaining it so you can change it. Now, all 5 of these characters I have played and continue to play and fall into, but it is inherently a mistake. But pretending like it's not a mistake is an even bigger mistake. So let's get into it. Character 1, the bystander. The other day I was driving home from work and I was passing the entrance and the exit to a dual carriageway, and I saw someone on the other side of the road waiting to turn, but they were going to go into the wrong side, and I didn't do anything. But I could have prevented a car accident. Luckily, nothing bad did come of it. Honestly, that is a pretty big issue. So from now on, here's what we're going to do. Next time you see an issue like that, where you want to just wait for someone else to get involved and sort it, jump in first. It's going to be scary. Maybe people think you're condescending or rude for trying to make them do it the way that you want to do it, but maybe it's the right way. Maybe it saves accidents and problems, and I don't think anyone can be truly upset about that. What it comes down to for me is a bit of laziness, really. Like, why should I go out of my way to help someone when someone else could? It's really nasty, actually. That is something to be ashamed of. A cause for not accomplishing as much as you want to is you're kind of a bystander, because that could leak into your own life as well. Maybe you see something that you're doing wrong, but it's not really that wrong, it's not really that good, but you don't intervene. Maybe you're putting things off and you're like, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. Don't be a bystander to other people, don't be a bystander to yourself, and maybe you'll get a lot more done in the last 4 months and the rest of your life. Our second character, the extinguisher. They just want a healthy relationship, or all of their relationships to be healthy, but they take an unhealthy route to get there. They think that avoiding arguments is better than having arguments, so they will diffuse, they will take accountability for things they didn't do wrong, they will pretend things aren't an issue when the other person does something wrong, just to keep the peace. But peace doesn't mean it's good. I'm at the point now where with my best friend and my girlfriend, I feel like we're comfortable enough and mature and in this healthy sort of relationship where we can turn to each other and say, no, you're doing that wrong. I don't like it when you do that. You shouldn't do that around me. You shouldn't do that to me. And I have been told a lot that I'm doing things wrong. But that's good. If you're being told you're doing things wrong, then you can get going on doing things that are right. Pretending that things aren't wrong means that you're going to continue to do things wrong. And that doesn't benefit anyone, especially you, if you're trying to accomplish a load of stuff by the end of the year. A lot of what we strive for and want to accomplish is healthy relationships. Maybe it's time to start some small fires with good intentions of your own. You know, get your boxer matches. I don't like when you do this. I think it's bad when this happens. And hopefully, if you do it in a respectful and healthy way, they will feel comfortable to do that to you. And you have to be open and receptive to that. Otherwise, all of this is just wasted. It's no good just calling out everyone else and refusing to take accountability when it's done back to you. I just want to take a second, if you've made it this far in the video, if you could consider liking and subscribing. I make videos like this weekly. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, number 3, the cubicle enjoyer. Pretending like you'd be happy to settle for what you're with now. You don't worry about creating anything, whether it's art, videos, conversations, poetry, anything. You don't want to worry about creating because you're happy in your box. Chances are you're not. Striving for something bigger than myself is too difficult. I will just play it safe, be normal, slightly above normal, and just prepare my children to strive for something bigger than themselves, which is an unfair amount of pressure to put on them and will cause a load of issues down the line, and just a unfulfilling way to spend the next 60 years of my life. Here's the thing as well with that story, if I died in 6 months, then it was all for nothing. Jean-Jacques Rousseau said you can be happy in a dungeon, but that doesn't mean it's a good place to live. That doesn't mean we have to accept that this is it and stay here. You can keep striving no matter how far you've made it. Stick around to the end of the video because number 5, that's one that's going to get a lot of you, I think. Number 4, the masked soul. This is someone that hides from themselves. pretends that they are good to themselves. All humans are flawed. Anyone that isn't flawed is lying, unfortunately. You can just be slightly less flawed for the rest of your life, but you will never be flawless, unfortunately. A lot of internal dissonance will be caused by pretending like you're perfect to yourself. Because then when you see flaws in yourself, you will crash. And unfortunately, you're probably going to see a flaw in yourself, if not every day, every couple days. I can't change my hairline really, but to get upset about it because it's not perfect every day is ridiculous. I really realized this the other day. It was the most ridiculous sort of setup. We were arguing about the answer to a riddle. The riddle was, what is stronger than steel but can't survive sunlight, or something like that? And the answer was ice, and I was like, ice isn't stronger than steel. And this caused this office-wide debate, and one person got involved and they said, nah, ice is definitely stronger than steel. And I said, do you even have a GCSE? Which is just unnecessary and nasty and condescending and proof that I am flawed. So I'm sorry if you're looking for a YouTuber that isn't flawed. That ain't me. And I immediately apologized. I was like, I don't know why I went there, and I think that would have hit a lot harder if I pretended I wasn't flawed. If I was like, no, I'm a good person, I swear, this is so weird, this is so out of my character. It is out of character, but I am a flawed person. So hopefully I can try and limit how often I say things like that, but to pretend like it will never happen again would be disingenuous. Maybe something holding you back this year is that you want to be flawless, you want to be perfect in everything you do, but nothing will be. Every time you get a coffee from a cafe, it's different, it's flawed, and it's good in some ways, but it will never be perfect. So how can a person who hasn't been taught emotional intelligence, hasn't been taught confidence, hasn't been taught to feel like they belong, and been taught that they are flawed, supposed to deal with the world? Unfortunately, it's going to be hard, but to look in on yourself and say, I did that wrong, I did this wrong, I acted wrong, I am flawed, is the best thing that you can do. Pretending that you are perfect and expecting that everyone else is perfect too, because that is a very unrealistic look on the world, unfortunately. I believe that everyone is inherently good inside, but no one is perfect, and everyone is flawed. Number 5 is the event planner. This is the kind of person that didn't do very well at school and was like, Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard, and now you just kind of come up with plans and ideas but don't really do anything. That is holding you so far back. You buy a load of books, you go to a lot of courses, you attend a lot of seminars and webinars, but you don't really put it to action. That's going to hold you back a lot. You might be getting wiser, but if you don't do anything with that wisdom, what's the point in having it? If you're ready for something, it's probably an easy target for you, and you're not striving as much as you should be. For example, in my life, I don't ever feel like I'm ready to record the next video, but I do. My script is never finished. I only got halfway through writing this one and I was like, I'm wasting time, I just need to start recording. I don't think that my voice and the way I enunciate and project my voice is perfect for YouTube yet, but it's not going to get any better if I just don't and just wait for my voice to miraculously change. What are you waiting to be ready for? And I'm going to tell you that it gets a lot easier when you just start doing it bad, doing it flawed, than it is to wait until you're perfect. Go and watch my videos from a year ago and compare the ones where I'm just like, I am going to be posting every day, to now where I'm kind of, I'd like to say, a little bit more confident, a little bit more well-spoken, and a little bit more comfortable on the camera. I'm not hiding behind a microphone like this and just talking about how my life sucks. But I am by no means free from the event planner mindset. I still talk about businesses that I will never do. I still buy things that I am yet to start. Look at the 5 archetypes. Look at their main characteristics and try and find an example in your own life of where you did that thing. And maybe you're ashamed of it, maybe you feel guilty for it, and that's a good thing. Because that means you're sharpening your direction a little bit more to make sure you never do those things again. And if you can keep ticking off things that you won't do again, you'll slowly be aiming at only good things. You never will entirely, but it's worth a try. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all again soon.